I'm the scientist that first brought public awareness to the problem of plastic pollution, and that was in 1972. Every time I towed my net on the surface of the ocean, I got plastic. So this really surprised me because we were so far from land. And I began to catalog the weight of the plastic and the number of particles. And at that time, it was about 3,500 particles of plastic per square kilometer. There were different types of plastic, little jagged pieces, maybe 5-6 millimeters in diameter. And there were other round plastic particles that are called by the plastics industry nurdles. And these are the raw plastic material that is sold by a plastic manufacturer to a fabricator to make into a toy or some other plastic particle. I was really surprised at the amount of plastic out there and the fact that we were so far from land. I knew that plastic hadn't been made in large amounts until about the end of World War II. It was surprising. I felt that it definitely should be documented, and I felt that this was the beginning of the understanding of the extent of plastic pollution on the world's oceans. When I put that paper together and sent it off to the journal Science, the senior scientists there at the Oceanographic did not like that paper. They said that I should really stick to biology. Within a few months of that paper being published, I then ran into plastics again. I saw what I thought was a little fish egg under the microscope, so I squeezed it with some forceps and it just popped right out. And I said, well, that's not a fish egg, that's a little sphere of plastic. At the Ocean Sciences meeting in 2010 in Portland, Oregon, when they had the session on plastics, and they highlighted the first two papers that I wrote in 1972, I said, finally, yes, people are beginning to take this seriously. And there has been, again, about an exponential increase in the number of papers on plastic pollution. And today we see plastic particles in the Arctic sea ice, at the top of Mount Everest, in the Alps. Everywhere that a scientist looks, there is plastic.
People in all parts of society are aware of what's happening, and it's vile, it's horrid, it's something that we are clearly seeing inflicting on the natural world, having a dreadful effect, and there's something that they can do about it. So in a way it's a bit of a litmus test to see whether in fact the population care about this sort of thing, and people do. And so I think it's very encouraging to that rate. There are actually simple things that we still need to be done. We still need how to dispose of the wretched material. Somebody, surely if we can invent it, somebody somewhere is going to be able to, the way of dealing with it, be able to deal with these mountains of this appalling material that has been assembled. I know there are big problems about doing so, but I can't help but believe someone somewhere is going to find a chemical solution that's going to deal with it. And I hope the quicker the better.
Despite all the noise being made about plastic waste, we're producing more new plastic than ever. Can we really recycle our way out of this mess?
Only 9% of the plastic waste the world has ever produced has been recycled. So why is it so little?